Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.
All right, welcome to the KVJ After the Show podcast.
Kevin's eyes look insane, but he's got new hair. Virginia is a witch and she farts in her chair. Jason is a spaz who's got an old man's ass. Welcome to the After the Show podcast.
Hello and welcome to the Wednesday KVJ After the Show podcast. Yeah. Here we are. Yeah. Thank y'all for being with us wherever you might be. YouTube, podcast. Who knows?
Alaska?
Could be. Can do that with all these great little things. Got many different ways to get a hold of us, including the WRMF app. A lot of comments coming in from the app today. Also got some emails as well we'll get to.
What did Virginia do?
Think she did it, huh?
No, I know that I've said a few things that's angered some people lately.
When's he going to cut his hair and tell him that he failed again at World Record Wednesday?
No, I said something about, I don't know, parenting yesterday, and I ain't got kids. So somebody, I don't know if it's the same woman that called Denny's, but the fucking manifesto has to have been the same woman.
Oh, you did?
She
Yeah.
called Denny's and was just, that motherfucker shouldn't be, what the hell? He has no kids. The fuck is he talking about? He won't get it. He won't get it.
Tell him to shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
She was pissed. We walked into Denny's room and she was yelling at Denny's. And he was like, look, I'm sorry. I'll tell him.
He doesn't have kids. He should fucking shut up.
She was so pissed.
So mad, Kevin. I don't even know what I said.
I don't know either, but man, don't say it again.
Fuck that. I ain't scared of that shit.
Yeah, the one I got today, and to clarify, we were talking about signs you're a douchebag, and I'd said Bitcoin is the new reversing into a parking spot, and I should have continued on a little bit more because it's not just reversing into a parking spot. I think it's a sign of a douchebag. It was Johnny Ferrari they were talking about. They used to see go to Twin Peaks in his Ferrari, and he would reverse into the handicap spot when he was able-bodied. So that, to me, that's a sign of a douchebag. And then other waitresses that were at Twin Peaks would call and be like, okay, yeah, here's the deal on this guy. We kind of got the skinny on him. And he clicked off a couple of the other marks that we had. There were 10 signs that you were probably or definitely a douchebag. And that was one of them. So I do stand by that. But, yeah, just because you reverse into a parking spot, that doesn't bother me. But, yeah, if you're able-bodied and you're reversing into a handicap parking spot, it's added attitude.
With all that said, though, I do, because you're right. Not everyone that backs in a car is a douchebag. I have my dad backs in a car sometimes.
Yeah.
I don't think my dad's a douchebag. I do notice, though, when you're fighting with people online and you click on the profile and they are a douche. A lot of times they have a profile pic of a car backed into a spot. That's the only reason why we say it. It lines up with douche online, but of course that's living in absolutes, and I don't believe in living in absolutes.
That doesn't cross the line. The douchebag parking move that does cross the line is when somebody does cross the line. When they have such a great car and they want to take up 2 spots, so they park over the middle of a line.
Yes.
Because they want great space between their car and yours. And so they're going to take up 2 spots because the space that you get is not enough and they might get dinged.
Engineer Keith heard us talking about how Bitcoin, if you talk about Bitcoin, is
excessively,
douchey.
yeah.
He says, dang, I reversed into a parking spot and I have Bitcoin. I'm upset now that I'm a douche. You're not a douche.
You're not a douche unless you talk down to people about Bitcoin. Mm-hmm. You're not a douche.
If you're helpful and say, hey, let me tell you what I know and whatever. But there's an attitude that comes with it, and that really is the earmark of a douchebag because they think that they're better than everybody else and they talk down to anyone.
And they can't believe you don't
Yeah.
have Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Like, what is the matter with you? Are you so stupid? You don't even get it?
And we're just making jokes. You know the kind of person we're talking about. We're not talking about an engineer Keith at all. We're talking about the fuckface I went to lunch with the other day.
And we
What's his name?
I'm not going to get into that. I don't want to give him that.
Fuck that guy.
And we might all have a few douchebag characteristics.
We all do.
But the more that you embody, the bigger douche you are.
I mean,
Probably all a little bit douchey.
you could replace the word douche for asshole or fuckface or, dick nose. I guess I could keep going on. Just someone that's, But you're right. We've all done jerky stuff in our time.
Yeah, Colin had said my wife always says I douchebag park. I got a pool company. I back into most spaces. But it's because my truck has muriatic acid and chlorine, which aren't safe in the wrong hands. I don't want anybody exposed while walking past. Also protects my tools and equipment. Yeah, you got a good reason for that.
Yeah, you got a great reason.
No, you're not a douche.
Your wife needs to lay up.
I don't want to go to war with everyone that backs their car in.
Yeah, that's why I want to clarify from earlier. I should have added more to it.
The backing is just the sprinkle on the douchey. If you act douchey in 9 different ways, and then you have the backed-in car.
Well, the most important part is you're an able-bodied person taking up a handicap spot
Right.
in your Ferrari that is backed into the spot. So the least of that is backing into the spot. The most of that is taking up a handicap spot because even you're better than handicapped people. And they don't deserve their own parking spot. You do because you have a fucking Ferrari. And he was going in there showing off his Rolex. Remember that story?
Yeah.
Oh, you're talking about the
Johnny
guy.
Ferrari. I haven't seen his car there forever. So I don't know. Maybe he...
Maybe he
he's
got
moved on.
wind of being shamed and had to go find a new place to be a douche.
Didn't you say he was older too?
Yeah, he was.
Acting
Yeah,
like
I saw him.
all
yeah.
these younger women want to see his old ass balls.
Well,
They don't.
the younger waitresses were the ones that were mocking him.
But he thinks that, oh yeah, these chicks, they like what I got going on. They don't want to see your old ass balls, dude. They don't.
And I'm not saying because this will go to show you that there's a lot of things that you could put on the list of this is a sign that you might be a douchebag, but that alone doesn't make you a douchebag.
You're right.
And what I would say is if every waitress at Twin Peaks knows you by their first name, by your first name, there's a chance you might be a douchebag.
We're not saying that you are.
Not saying you
but
are, that
again-
alone. But if every waitress knows when they say your name, Johnny Ferrari, and they're like, oh yeah, you might be a douchebag.
You're now on the douchebag watch
It's
list.
a
We're
douchey
not
kind of
saying-
thing to do because you don't just go in there to eat and watch sports and have a beer. You got to make sure that every waitress there knows who you are, your name, that you have a Ferrari and you wear Rolexes.
Look at my watch.
Yeah.
Again, don't get it twisted. If they all know your name, that does not automatically mean you're a douche.
It adds up though.
But you're under fucking scrutiny.
It's like creating a profile. This is what you do.
You may be visited by the douche police.
Yeah. If it was a crime to be douchey, they would be like, okay, let's see all the waitresses at Twin Peaks known by his first name, Johnny Ferrari. It's actually not his first name.
And he backed in. We got to at least look at this guy.
Yeah, you're putting a lot of things together that there's a good chance you're a douchebag.
And he gave himself a nickname. Yeah.
Yeah, right. That's it. I put that on the list. That's right. That wasn't a nickname they gave him. That was the name he gave himself.
I'm Johnny Ferrari.
Unbelievable. Another email here from Cesar. He said, I was just curious on Kevin and Bird's thoughts on the no more real guns on set. It's a push that's happening because of the movie Rust. John Wick 4, how would that work? What are your thoughts on this new push and how it would affect a movie like John Wick 4 or Matrix 4? I don't know enough about movie making to know. You know, if they can make it without you even knowing or noticing, and I don't see what the problem is.
They can, but here is the problem. It's time consuming. And if you have a John Wick scene that's got 45 guns, in one frame that are all going off, and then you cut to another frame that's got 110 guns, that's a hair of just editing alone where you're putting in that individually, and that is what you'd have to do.
Yeah. I mean, this isn't a rampant problem in the film industry.
That's just it. It's not like this is something that's going on all the time, and they're acting like it's a it's an epidemic going on.
Clearly, there were a lot of missteps. I just saw on ABC they're going to be running an interview with, I think, the district attorney from the county where the shooting happened for Rust. And, the previews that they have shown so far, she was just saying it was just gross negligence. There's one thing after another that it sounds like they even had all these things in place and they just blatantly ignored them.
Wow.
So, those kind of things will happen. So I'm not an expert enough on this to really tell you, Cesar, because I need to know more about what it takes, what that means to use fake guns. The Rock is in this industry, and he does action films, and he said all of his movies will have these fake prop guns. So he seems to think that you can do it, and it's not going to massively affect what they do. So
well, yeah, ask the editors that, like, Rock, shut the fuck up. We're the ones that have to do that. You're the one holding the gun. We are the ones doing the tedious editing.
So I don't know. I would need to know more before I had a firm take on it. And Jacqueline has a point too. Just hire competent, trained, and licensed people. That might be enough.
Well, that's my. It's not such a prevalent problem where everyone's dying from this issue. If you had somebody that legit, with their sole purpose was to watch the gun, and
well, it sounds like that this set had that person, but they weren't even there. They weren't even the one handing the gun to Alex.
Right.
So what the heck were they doing? And the girl that was doing it was very inexperienced. And I mean, there was just, it sounds like layer after layer of just not following the rules that are in place for safety.
Right. So it shouldn't really ever happen. If you do what you were supposed to do, no one should ever be shot by a real bullet on a movie set.
What sucks, though, about just this topic alone, people aren't going to, not everyone's going to hear what we're trying to talk about. They're going to turn it into a gun issue where pro-gun, that's not what we're saying.
No.
We're just saying.
It has nothing to do with it.
It's got nothing to do with it.
No, I think you're really stretching it if you're trying to take this into everyday life and carrying guns around. And
there's no agenda here.
No, No, I mean, I always said I'm come from a gun family and have guns, love guns, so yeah. Guns are great.
They used to call Kevin Top Gun back in Logan.
Yeah.
And then kick his ass.
Yeah.
Sleep with his girlfriend.
At the same time, two of them.
He didn't get a lot of respect.
Yeah, never have. I moved towns thinking maybe it would change. Nope. Same old shit.
Disrespectful.
I had to move 5 times. I kept moving. I'm like, nope, no respect in New York. Nope, California hates me. Kansas City, nope, fuck it. I'm going to Florida. At least the weather's nice.
Florida loves you. Most of Florida. Miami, maybe not.
Yeah, no. Can't stand me. Like, wait, who are you? I saw something else that I don't know where this is coming from, but somebody was mentioning that apparently the word hillbilly is now offensive.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, no. It's a fun word.
It was one of my radio buddies, and he said that, the other day I got a message on Facebook from one of our listeners that said that she didn't want us to get canceled, but the word hillbilly is now considered offensive. Just like idiot, ghetto, white trash are now offensive. You can't use hillbilly. I'm like, wait, what?
I'm going to go ahead and still use it. I'm going to ride it as long as I can ride it. And if I get fired, I'll be in Oregon.
Yeah.
That's my plan.
Yeah,
I'll be in Oregon petting a goat by myself.
I will. Yeah. I'll actually turn into a fucking hillbilly.
Yeah.
Seriously, if I get canceled for saying hillbilly, I will become a hillbilly.
Yeah. He looked it up. He said, yeah, sure enough. He said they now list hillbilly as a derogatory term used to insult people who live in the hills of West Virginia, mine coal, and are poor and uneducated.
Wow.
It's offensive.
Fuck, it's all offensive, Kev.
Well, I mean, my take, though, is who are these people that comes up with this and does this stuff? Because, honestly, these are my people. I mean, my family is all from West Virginia. That's where we hail.
Moral Mark and Hypocritical Henry is the ones that.
Yeah.
Because if you look at anyone that's always screaming, you're doing this wrong, you're a bad person for saying that, you're fucking up. Look into their closet. Guarantee you they have fucked up on some level in their life because that's what humans humans do that.
Yeah.
Humans fuck up.
Yeah, it's just I don't know where this is coming from because, like I said, from my experience of it, now it's been a while since I lived in the hills, but when I was there, my family's always joked around. They love the term hillbilly, and they use it all the time. And don't tell them that's derogatory. They don't buy into that. And there's hillbilly clothing lines. There's all kinds of hillbilly merchandise that they have. And
no one's mad at this.
Yeah, I
No
was
one's
just like,
offended by this.
Yeah, I mean,
Hillbillies are not offended.
If hillbillies aren't offended, why the hell would anybody else be offended for hillbillies?
Because what they're trying to do is they're trying to knock out any kind of words that will be hurtful, that are derogatory, any kind.
But then another word's just going to come up and take its place.
That's why it's insane.
Yeah,
you
because
can't police the language.
Yeah.
People will fucking go crazy.
you're going to replace it with another word, then another 20 years you're going to demonize and say that's offensive.
All right, now we got to call them country bumpkins.
Nope. I do not like the word bumpkin.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but I'm fucking pissed about it.
Yeah. Well, I know from my family, like I said, they're all from West Virginia. They're all Southerners, this and that. And the term hillbilly doesn't bother them. The one thing, and especially drives the colonel, my aunt, crazy, is that a lot of people associate people from West Virginia or people with a Southern accent as stupid.
You're right.
And that drives her fucking crazy.
And it
she
should.
gets really angry with that because she's like, look, we may be country, we may be Southern, we may have farms and all that kind of stuff, but don't think that we're of less caliber of intelligence than any of you city fuckers.
Of course, again, people living in absolutes, and of course not everyone's.
Right. So that's what's offensive, but I've never found hillbilly to be offensive. So if anybody's going to try to say that.
You'll get one fucker who listens to the podcast for some reason that's offended.
Now let's talk to people that grew up in the hills of West Virginia. That's my family, and they like hillbilly.
Yeah,
Let them have it.
Eventually, if you play this game long enough, every fucking word will be offensive.
Yeah, there are just, unfortunately, you have to have words to describe some things that, are just are.
But though, nobody's offended by hillbilly. I would bet
I was surprised
dick-
when I saw it. He was surprised, too, when he got called out for using it, and he couldn't believe it, and he looked it up. He said, yeah, sure enough. It's like on that list now, and people are saying you need to get rid of hillbilly.
But just like us, we need stuff to talk about every single day. We constantly have to have content to talk about. The people that are writing, they do blogs, they make money on pissing people off. They make money. This is a
contrived war.
It's contrived war, exactly, and it's a culture war that's not there.
It's not happening.
It's not happening, and they do it to get people. What the fuck is going on?
Oh, yeah.
But it's not real. No, of course, yeah. If you ask every person on the planet, someone will be offended by hillbilly, but most people aren't.
Yeah.
It's not a problem.
Yeah, I'm not going to put that on my list of words to not use. We got an email here from Maria talking movies. She said, I saw something on YouTube that there is a part 2 to Grimsley. Is that true? If it is, please let me know. The first one was great, and I'd like to see part 2.
It is not true. It's the bloopers.
Okay.
Oh, it's the Grimsley bloop. Are those out?
They are. I put it up there today. Yep, I uploaded it to YouTube. So if you want to go to the KVJ YouTube page, you can see it.
Nice.
I got to tell you what, though, man. There weren't a lot of bloopers because everyone really did crush it. I'm not being pandering.
I'm sure I had a lot of bloopers.
You're in there a couple of times. Our sex conversation's got one of my favorite bloopers. There's a line we didn't even use because you couldn't even say it because you were laughing too hard.
Is it the one about your penis?
It's about my dick. Virginia loves my dick in the movie.
Oh, she does.
Couldn't get enough,
I love
Kevin.
how you wrote this screenplay out to get all these fantasies taken care of.
The thirst I had for his cock.
The one scene, I deliberately made that uncomfortable because I knew people would be like, oh, this is fucking uncomfortable.
It worked. Mm-hmm. Your actress was like, I can't say that.
Okay. All right, there you go. Got an email from Jay just to let you know all about Veterans Day that is going to be coming up on Thursday. Kids in public are going to have off tomorrow because of it, and it is considered a federal holiday every year. Banks are usually not open and no mall, unlike Memorial Day, MLK, and President's Day, which celebrate general concepts and are celebrated on a Monday to give folks a 3-day weekend. Veterans Day is always just celebrated on the 11th. Whenever it might fall. That's why you have a day off on Thursday, but the kids will be back in on Friday. And it signifies the armistice with Germany that was signed to ending World War I, which Germany did not like, and it's why they came back in World War II and wanted to kick everybody's ass again. Until school campus safety became such a priority, students always had Veterans Day off, no matter what day of the week it fell on, he says. But, with voting and all that kind of stuff, they've put a lot of those on school campuses, so they don't want to have the mixing, so that's why that happens. And also, just to let you know, too, the school year calendar has been posted since spring and fall. Hasn't changed, so if you ever want to find out what's going on with your school, you can go on ahead and put those dates in your phone so that you know. Thank you very much, Jay. Also got an email from Patty saying, what is your schedule for Thanksgiving? I got a birthday request for the 25th that I would like to get on air before y'all go on vacation.
Okay, what if we just did it right now so we know we did it?
The 25th is Thanksgiving.
Yes, so you definitely would want that ahead of time.
Well, we should come in on Thanksgiving and wish him happy birthday. I'm down if you guys are down.
I'm in New Orleans.
Yeah.
Well, it'd be a long trek.
When are you going to New Orleans?
I leave on Saturday the 20th.
Okay, yeah. We're going to take the week of Thanksgiving off, so if you want any birthdays for that. Now, we might be able to, in our replays, I might be able to record those and spike those in, so I'll talk to Denny's. That probably would be better than doing an ass load of birthdays for the 22nd, 23rd, 24th, 25th.
Okay, so are you telling me we are taking the 18th off to the...
No.
No.
Oh, I'm in fucking October of last year.
You dipshit.
All right.
You stupid hillbilly.
You don't have to be so accurate and hurtful.
He's in 2020.
I like to go back. I like to fucking reminisce.
Well, I'm like, what?
What?
Okay, just tell me.
We are off for the last show will be the 19th of November.
Okay. Shit.
Yeah, so that'll be the final day. We're in here Friday the 19th. Then we'll return on Monday the 29th.
I love it. It's going to be great fun. If you want Ralston's, I can make some turkey soup of sorts or a gravy, if you shall. Mm-hmm. Or I can leave you all the
Should we
fucking
bring back You Been Gravied?
No, man. People don't like that bit.
Yeah.
I mean, some people do. The assholes love it.
Assholes love it.
It's one of the new signs you might be a douchebag. You just go up and dump gravy on somebody for no possible reason. So you got gravy and then think it's funny.
Well, even when I didn't think people would care. I was doing it to my loved ones, my family, who, they get the act. They get, all right, fuck you. All right, you're doing your act. People are like, no, it's mean.
I did it to my kid.
That was mean.
She's so confused and sad. Why do I have gravy all my hair?
You fucking villain. Baby Rocco, you been gravy, bitch. 3 weeks old. I had gravied and people did not like that. I think I gravied my dad. I might have to bring that one back for my dad.
I just don't want to let it die.
I hear you.
Yeah. Just going up and randomly dumping gravy on people.
You gotta know the
You gotta.
You obviously can't gravy strangers. That's how you get stabbed.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, talking about being offensive or saying hillbilly or something like that, I thought this is very true. There's a study out that found Americans are more afraid to speak their mind than ever before. 90% of people said that they've held back at least once in the past 18 months because they felt it would be, quote, emotionally or physically unsafe to say what they were really thinking.
Well, yeah,
Yes.
because they end up getting fired.
Let's go back to that. You know what? If you're about to say something that could be like politically charged or racially charged or religiously charged, maybe don't say it and just like hang out and be cool and talk about the weather or something.
They said the two most intimidating topics to talk about are politics and the pandemic. And the one that I think, to me, is bad is the pandemic. That, to me, is where we have a big problem because people should be able to ask questions and talk it out and try to figure out how to handle this because it has been on shifting sands and people are confused by everything that's out there.
Well, yeah, no, you're right. I noticed it even a few years back of just wanting to, if you ask a question about certain topics that we'd bring up, a lot of them being social issues.
Yeah.
Even if you ask a question or you don't go along with everything that you're being told, you go, well, I don't know about that. Let me ask a question because it sounds weird.
Yeah.
People are afraid to do that because I just know when #MeToo came around, I asked one question and I got the most horrible email from somebody, and all I was doing was asking a question. So people, it makes you feel like a bad person.
Yeah,
like you
they do, yeah.
don't you don't have a right to speak your opinion, and I think that is not good for conversation.
No, it's not.
I think you got to be able to ask questions, give opinions, and not be afraid to lose your job.
Absolutely,
now,
yeah.
To Virginia's point, don't be a fucking asshole and say racially charged shit and be a terrible person. Don't be surprised when it doesn't go your way.
Free speech, babe.
Yeah, well, it doesn't work that way.
Yeah. They say in the last year and a half, 47% of us have avoided someone so our opinions wouldn't clash. So you've known somebody and you're like, yeah, I'm just going to try not to have that conversation because I know it's not going to go well.
Because I've seen them on Facebook ranting about politics. I definitely do not want to go to dinner with them.
Well, I think, too, some people don't want to die on that hill. They may not agree with what someone's saying. They go, all right, I don't agree with them, but what am I going to do? Get into a fight at the restaurant now about this?
Right.
About Biden and Trump?
It's stupid.
Yeah. And I even saw, too, and I was surprised by this, Demi Lovato, that is all in the mix of all that stuff. She's now promoting a website, they say, that's loaded with crazy conspiracy theories and QAnon idiocy.
What?
And I was surprised because I thought she was on the other end of all that. I thought QAnon was, for the most part, Republican conservative leaning, but
Dog,
maybe not.
How you taking anything she says seriously?
No,
Yeah,
I'm not.
she's
I'm not.
definitely all over the
Just who
place.
knows?
Look, attention sees
Yeah.
attention, and she's about attention.
Yeah. So.
And I'm calling myself an attention.
Whore.
Yeah. I'm calling that myself, so we recognize game.
You do way less damage, though.
Well, I'm goofy attention.
I feel like she just says stuff and you're like, wait, what?
Well, the whole gelato thing turned a lot of people off. And then she doubled down and then tripled down on it.
It was embarrassing for her.
Yeah.
I would still like to sit down with them so I can help them with their branding. Who the fuck are you, Gelato? What,
They don't want your help. They're
what
okay.
are you?
They're good. They've been in business for many, many years.
Well, you
if they
see-
want to sell fat-free yogurt, they can.
Because you sing pop songs and you acted a bit, you know about marketing of diet food?
I hear Demi Lovato is also the one that said hillbilly was offensive.
You're right, though. She would.
she would.
And not believe it either. That's why it's false.
Yeah. Got a text. Somebody said, I'm looking to take my fiance down to Extreme Action Park for his birthday. Any recommendations for a good restaurant nearby that area? I'm not familiar at all with what's around there. It doesn't have to be fancy and can be any type of foods. We just like good food. Thanks. Okay.
Extreme Action Park. Where is that?
That is
Sounds
right
like
off.
you get laid.
It's right off of I-95 on the west side, kind of around Oakland Park. If you remember where Lockhart Stadium is, and they now have the soccer stadium there, the DRV PNK Stadium, where the Inter Miami's playing their games right now.
Okay.
Yeah, it's basically right by that. It's right next to it.
Okay, Engineer Keith says there's a nice adult store across that street.
Yeah, I think they're looking to eat, so I think it's what they're looking for. Yeah, a
Might
good
have edible
restaurant.
garments there.
Okay.
Do they want to eat out?
Yeah.
Oh, I see what you did there, and I like it. What a terrible term. I'm going to eat you out. You want to be eaten out? It's so rough. It's not a sexy
We need
term.
to retire that.
That was
Yeah.
We're keeping hillbilly, but we're giving up eat out.
When does a girl ever say, "Oh, babe, I really want you to eat me out"? It doesn't. I don't know.
I think a cringe would be,
No, make it stop.
I mean, I'm excited, but I'm cringing too.
yeah. Yeah, I would say just taking a quick look around that area. You got two options. I think what's best is either going into Oakland Park or to Pompano. If you go into Oakland Park, you got Funky Buddha, Black Flamingo, Brewery. There's a Fat Tap Beer Bar and Eatery, and then Quavo Tacos and Craft Beers in Oakland Park. And then in Pompano, you got a really cool place called the Foundry, or there's Beach House Pompano, or Lucky Fish Beach Bar and Grill in Pompano. So that'd be my suggestions if you're going to be in that area.
It's not too far from Wilton Manors. You could go to that grilled cheese place.
Y'all, if you are a grilled cheese fan, that place is
Yeah.
great. And they have one in Boca now, too.
Ooh.
Okay, yeah,
I believe it's New York grilled cheese, I believe it's called.
okay.
But I'm like 82%. Great plug, bird.
Your confidence sounds about 32%. Yeah.
It's kind of tapering off as you go.
I'm 33% sure I'm 83% right.
Okay. Yeah, the thing that I did too, if you guys are ever in that situation, and hopefully you are traveling all over South Florida and trying out new things, If you go to our website, kvjshow.com, I've got all my little Google Maps on there, and that's how I looked. I just found where Extreme Action Park is, and I was like, okay, what's around here? And that, boom, all those places I have marked off.
Do the Ralstons have a newer place they've been jiving with lately?
Trying to think.
Well, this Friday, aren't you
yeah.
going to be at Cucina Cabana?
Cucina Cabana, yep. They're like in North Palm on US 1.
That's the one that's
South
like
PGA.
swanky and Italian and
Oh yeah, I
with
want
the
to wear
live entertainment.
I was gonna wear my New York suit to that.
Yeah, we're going to check that out.
What time are you going to be there on Friday?
Probably 5:36 would be my guess.
You're a man of happy hour, aren't you?
Yeah, we do that. Well, one, you get great rates if you do happy hour, which is nice. And then, especially when you're doing it during the week, I go to bed at like 7:30. So
I love your idea for our bar promotion. I don't even know if we could talk about it, but it was the Connect 4 thing.
Yeah.
That's such a great, simple, clean idea. Fun. The people would love it.
Well, I'd like to get back out into breweries, and we're kind of talking to our sales department, and they're like, "Oh, let's do the cocktails and karaoke." I'm like, "Yeah, it doesn't really, I love that event, but you got to have the right setting for it, and it doesn't work. Some of these breweries are real chill and understated. That's not a chill and understated event. That's more blah and in your face.
crazy.
If you have to
Yeah.
build a stage for karaoke, that's not a good sign of your karaoke event, usually.
Yeah, right. So I was like, no, let's not do that. I said, what would fit a brewery? Because they're chill and they're understated, and they may have their kids with them or something like that. So I was like, they have those really huge Connect 4 boards. I know we'd have one in here when we did the 48, the Great 48.
Yes,
I
the
have-
station owns one.
I
Yeah.
have one too.
You have
I
one
own
too,
yep.
okay.
Yeah, and so what I said is it'd be fun. Whoever's doing it, we could get two KVJ show members or whatnot to go out there, and we would just go to a brewery, and you can come up and you could play, because Jaber and I love Connect 4. Say it's us two. And you would play us in a game of Connect 4. We can connect, talk, have a beer together, and then if you beat us, you get a free beer.
Oh.
And it's,
Yeah.
it's quick and it's simple because those games don't last that
No,
long.
yeah.
And anytime we bring up Connect 4, there's a Connect 4 passion. Not everyone loves it, but
Yeah.
the ones that love it really love Connect 4. They would come out.
Kids can come up and play. I used to play my son Cannon all the time.
Get them a beer. Fuck it.
Yeah. Well, maybe do chocolate milk.
Or get him a shot. Fuck it.
Yeah.
No, Mama can't do shots, kid. Mama can't do shots.
So hopefully we get back out in the brewery soon, because there's still some great breweries that are opening up, like that Black Flamingo Brewery. I haven't been to that yet in Oakland Park.
With that said, though, I want to fucking get out there and sing, baby. I love me some cocktails.
Yeah,
and
we want that
karaoke.
as well. We're trying to get that going on. So
Just a problem, though, that everybody shares a microphone. Oh.
What's going? Why would there be a problem? What's going on out there?
couple of cute emails here. Jessica sent one in, said, my 8-year-old son says this show should be called Ridiculousness. Don't argue with you.
Yeah, the kid's right on it.
I think that's been taken.
It has been taken, unfortunately.
Rob
Yeah, on MTV. Emily said, my 3-year-old son has fallen in love with my daughter's Ken doll. He does not like the name Ken, though, and he's changed the name to Kevin.
You are kind of like a Ken doll.
I think someone said that in the hate song. at
Very
one point.
perfect,
They
very
call-
clean.
they call you
Yeah.
a Ken doll.
Good lines on you.
Yeah, he and his best friend Kevin go everywhere together. I asked him why he named him Kevin, and he said because of his hair. It's
Yeah.
adorable. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Perfect hair. I get it.
Thank you, Emily. Also, Renee sent an email and said, my daughter Callie just turned 5 on the 28th. I listened to you guys to ease the pain of labor that day. Now she listens daily with me. She was so excited for her birthday shout out. She was the one with the unicorn cake.
Aw.
Oh yeah, I think I even
Yeah.
asked about it.
Jaybird wants a unicorn cake now at his
I
birthday.
think you showed the picture and you'd already moved on and go, wait a minute. Was it a unicorn cake, Kev?
Yes.
Derailing the show.
We are getting him a unicorn cake now because of her.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. Anyways, last night she came out to me and asked me to help her write a letter saying that she loves the KVJ show and wants to meet them. She is
Aw.
VPK, so can't quite read or spell a lot yet. I told her I would help her and mail it to you guys, so expect a letter from Callie soon. Love you
So
guys.
cute.
That's pretty damn adorable.
We will frame that letter.
That is.
And, you know, if she's up for it, bring her on in. See how the radio works. Are we not allowed people? Am I inviting people that I shouldn't invite again? Bird,
Bring
shut
her on in. We'll turn you away at the door.
Shut the fuck up, Bird.
Bring her all this way so she can cry and leave.
Why, KVJ?
I can see Kevin's hair from the window.
Oh,
I can't get in.
Let me in. Why won't they talk to me? KVJ hates me.
Oh, that'd be terrible. don't listen to me.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, thank y'all for locking in here today. Got another round for you tomorrow.
And don't forget, coming up this Saturday, our official vodka of the KVJ show, Atoll Vodka, is going to be out at Food Shack doing sampling of the vodka and a special show by Spread the Dub.
Nice. They are out working.
They
work
are.
their balls off.
They work. So that'll be this Saturday starting at 9 o'clock at Food Shack with Atoll Vodka.
And don't forget, Grimsley bloopers. Make sure you check
Yeah.
them out today on our YouTube page.
Yeah, see everything. On every platform you go to, KVJ is there. Make sure you subscribe and follow along. We'll see you later.
Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems, ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.